Hi, and welcome to the Career Show. I'm John Fink. We're going to take a look today at the career of Adrienne Alasko. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, Adrienne, what do you do for a living?
As of right now, I am working at 2 restaurants. One restaurant I'm a hostess at, it's called The Galley at the Marina. Okay. And the other restaurant I'm serving, it's called Bullseye Burgers in Brew.
And how did you find these jobs?
Well, I was actually referenced by a friend of mine who had been working there for a little while, and I got hired, and then ironically, shortly after, she got fired.
And how did that happen? What happened?
She kind of had a short fuse as well as the owner has a short fuse. So, when you get 2 people like that, it just doesn't ever play out in the employee's favor.
So you're saying the owner works at both places? Is that
Oh,
right?
yes, she owns both of the places that I work at. So
okay.
I started working as a hostess at the first location, The Galley, and then I got promoted, I guess, to a server at the other restaurant.
And how did that process go? What was that like?
I hosted for probably about 8 months, and normally it's about a year before you get promoted to a server because I had never had a job before. And they needed somebody, and I was there, and I let them know I was available, so they went ahead and gave me that chance, and I've been serving there for about a year now.
And are you enjoying serving as opposed to being a hostess?
Yeah, for sure. I like being on my feet more. I mean, I'm on my feet at both places, but I'm more constantly moving and having to interact with the customers instead of just seating them. It's kind of just fulfill anything that they need, and I like being needed and being able to, provide.
That's fair. Now, what about these interactions with customers? What are they like?
They vary. You have to be able to read the customer. It's there are some people who you clearly know they're just in there to eat and they got tunnel vision and they're not trying to talk to you, the server, or if you do, you might annoy them. And then there's some people who clearly they're going there to have someone to talk to if, maybe it's not available otherwise.
If you're just joining us, this is the Career Show. We're talking to Adrienne Alasko. So with these customers, I'm assuming there's some interesting exchanges every once in a while.
Yeah, the restaurant that I serve at is on Broadway, actually, and it's we got some hotels nearby, so we got people rolling in who are just staying at the hotel, or we got people who are working and they're coming in for a beer on their break, which I don't know if that's the best thing. Some of them are in construction, so that could be hazardous. But the interactions, I have my regulars, and then I have people who just stumble in, and both of them are fun. And at the Galley at the Marina, there's some boats nearby, so we get a lot of salty dogs in there, and they're always fun and ready to drink.
And so, have you ever walked away from a day at work going, "Oh, I can't believe I just went through this day"? Was there a day specifically like that, or?
Yeah, but it wasn't ever brought on by a customer. If anything, it was actually brought on by the owner of the restaurant. So
tell us more about this owner. She seems kind of colorful.
Yes, to say the least. She's about 70 years old at this point, and I would reference to her, don't quote me, as the Joan Rivers of Chula Vista. She's had some work, and she has definitely shown that, she's how old she is, and she can pretty much do whatever she wants at this point.
And so that colorfulness kind of was part of the reason why your friend got fired?
Yeah, probably. There was some words exchanged that maybe the owner shouldn't have said, and my friend did not take them kindly, so it was just like a battle royale. Yikes.
Now, tell us about a day where you know how people have exchanges, and then they think about, even as soon as 30 seconds afterwards, you're like, oh, I should have said that, or
right.
Oh, I could have said that.
Right.
Tell us about a time where you had an exchange and it was exactly the opposite of that, where you said, I couldn't have said anything better, I couldn't have planned that any better.
Oh, with who, the customer or the owner?
Your choice.
I don't know. I usually try and be the person who methodically plans out what I'm going to say because I don't want to be quoted on something very bad. So usually if I do ever have that after feeling like I should have said this, I go and I say it to them. So I'm not ever left with unresolved matters,
Now, as tough as this job seems, it seems like you've got some plans to, evolve out of this job. What are your plans for the future?
I haven't quite decided. I'm in school right now, so I haven't quite decided what I'm going to major in, but I just know I would like to be able to communicate with other people, because I feel like there aren't many people in the world who are able, okay, you have your scientists, your mathematicians, there might not be the person who can talk to a lot of people, and I feel like I can easily talk to people, so as long as I can associate and help other people, then I'd be happy with that.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
This has been The Career Show. Have a good night. A little long this time.